Anand, you know why you are failing? I said, no. He said, you are failing because in examination hall, you are sitting under the beam. And as per Vastu, if you are sitting under the beam, the whole building pressure will come on your head and you will not able to think. I'm not joking, I swear, this is exactly what he told me. Next time, St. Joseph College in Bangalore is the center. I was searching where is the beam. Because we are first generation chartered accountant. And this is happens. Imagine, sir. And now we can laugh about that, but sixth time when you fail, the feeling which you come, like I was a guy who used to only go to temple on my birthday. Near my house, there was a Ganesha temple. By the time I came to see a final, I used to climb Tirupati walking. At 11 kilometers level. I have done two, three times to pass the results. So I hope all of you have experienced that. Now, why I'm telling you this story? The story I'm telling you because, see, you need to understand everything in this world has an expiry date. Do you understand that term, expiry date? How many of you, like I, as a first generation chartered accountant, and I'm sure a lot of you are first generation chartered accountant, we have an inner secret desire. You know what is the secret desire, sir? The secret desire is our kids should also do CA. I'm telling you, you will not tell it, but it is in your inner desire, it will be there. My reason was I have two teenager kids. Daughter who is like 17. I have a son who is 30. When I see all these kids, they are flying very high. So I said they should also do C. Once they should real, so why should only we suffer? They should also suffer a little bit, right? Two, three times they fail, then they'll understand. So I thought my daughter should do CA. But I'm a good father, so I also wanted to check whether it's really future is there or not. So I stumbled upon one report which I'll actually show it to you right now. How many of you have heard about the World Economic Forum Future of Job Report? Anyone has heard about this report? No one? None of you? Okay, this is the reason we are in this thing. See, I think one of the factors, someone also told you, you guys are here. I always remember this. When we are in our conferences and all things, we'll always learn it up. The first time I learned about IS audit was in a Chennai conference when I was a student. And I still remember if I would have not gone there, I would have never learned it up. Can you see the screen? Future of Job Report 2020. This is the report which is there. Okay. This is World Economic Forum. Please download it up. It's freely available, no charge or anything. Now, I actually stumbled upon this report during the lockdown because I was at lockdown. I have to prepare my daughter mentally that she should do CA. So, anyway, lockdown time, what to do? I read the whole report. And when I was reading the whole report, you will be shocked to see I saw something which actually hit me hard. What did I see? I see this one. Read for yourself. What does it say? Top 20 jobs, increasing and decreasing demand across industries. Let's try to see decreasing demand. Data entry clerk. We know that they don't require because automatic entries will happen. Administrator and secretaries. Earlier in movies you see now, every hero will have a secretary. Boss would have secretary. Nowadays no one have it. Third, can you see what is the third point? Counting bookkeeping. And what is the fourth item? Auditors. Auditors and accountant. Friends, this is worldwide, not our India. Okay. Worldwide, there is a thing which is coming, which is going to be. Sir is there, he is very senior member. I'm sure a lot of you are in practice for more than 10 years. Can I expect some of you? 10 years, madam, sir. Have you noticed? I'm again telling you, when I did my articleship, I'm talking about year 2000. If you have to see whether he's a big shot chartered accountant, we used to say how many files this person has. Right, sir? That used to be say, oh, this person has 3,000 files. Big shot. Then there was a disruption which happened in case of what? Online filing and all this, right? It has gone to a level. You see this point, the fourth point, I couldn't digest this. But you see around us what is happening. As sir said, I used to work for Infosys. In 2015, I had some heart issue. a heart attack, and then I had a stent in my heart. So I quit Infosys. I wanted to come out of the corporate job. I did academics is one area I teach at IIM Bangalore. I also got into practice also, and I have a lot of respect for all my friends in practice because being in practice is like entrepreneurship. Don't you think every day you have to work hard to build up your reputation? It's not easy. It's not like 30 days happen, my check will come. It used to be in Infosys, 30 days happen, check will come. Only thing I used to cry was TDS deducted. Now money only don't come. Money used to come, TDS will get deducted. Now it's a different thing. So I have a lot of respect for you. And see, things are changing around. If we are actually sitting with our old thought process, income tax and all thing, I'll give you one example, just final example before we go into the thing. I was in Infosys, I told you. You remember Infosys did some blunders recently? What were the blunders? Our income tax filing portal. And a lot of people were very angry because Infosys actually messed up badly. And they didn't do a good program management. It was a bad implementation. But now I have left Infosys in 2014-15. But my friends thought they have saved my number, Anand Infosys. So they used to call me up. They used to say, oh, and they want some frustration to go. Like all my CA friends, they were all frustrated with what? Infosys. They don't have Infosys Narayan Murthy's number to call him up. So the person they call is who? Anand. Who are Anand? They will call us. Anand, yeah, what is happening? Your Infosys is double company, this. Whatever frustration they had, they will tell me. And they are my friends, so I can't also say bad things back to them. I agree. So it happened for 5, 6 months. I was there like whenever that frustration level used to go high, the call will start coming to me. Then something interesting happened. That whole system was right. And you remember something came was AIS came into picture. The moment AIS came into picture, one of my friend in Infosys who was actually part of the team, he said, Anand, this is version 1. We are going to have another 23 versions coming up. Did you see in version 1 how much data they have right now? Now, the amount of data which are there, even chartered accountant never knew that so much of things are happening with the client. Do you agree to that or not? Yes. Now, if you think of one very basic thing, think from a objectively you think it up. What is the definition of audit? Anyone? We are all auditors here, right? Come on. Don't tell me as per SS 315, this is the thing. What is audit? Huh? Okay, so the first part is correct. Independent examination. But not financial audit can be anything, right? Huh? Any data you can audit, right? So the definition there, independent examination of facts and figure, with an ultimate objective of what? Giving opinion. That's the three things. Now, it's all possible, sir does an audit, I do an audit, sir do an audit. All three may have a three different opinions. But why they will have three different opinions? Because we have seen the thing from three different perspectives. Now, government of India has so much of data about assessing. Why do they require? What is the value add you are doing? They already know all this information about. Think of that. They are not telling what we are doing in 44 years, Bakwas and all things, no clue. But think, what is the extra value add you are doing? Don't you think they have already the data? Now, that is the point which they are trying to say. The way the adoption of technology is happening in different phases of life, you may not require so many chartered accountants, so many accountants worldwide. The number of accountants would be reduced. Now, it is safe for people like Sir, me, and some of us senior members. We'll survive for another 10, 15 years. No problem. But what about the youngsters? They have to think it over. Now, can you see what are the areas which are increasing demand? This is something data analyst, AI, machine learning, big data. Can you see something here? Information security. That cyber security and all things increasingly. Now tell me one thing. If suddenly they say Vijayawada is going to be the capital, finally, they decide, of Andhra, huh? All the investment will happen in Vijayawada or not? Yes or no? Now, don't you think you should invest in the upcoming area? What is going to be the upcoming year? These are the upcoming. If we are actually still thinking, and I'm telling you, it's easier said than done. I will say today I'll do a presentation. You will clap. We'll go by home. Evening we'll have nice. What is that? You have the sweet in Vijayawada, famous sweet. No? Oh no, this is Kakinada. Rap. Ah, yeah, no, that is Kakinada. Okay, so you have. I eat the sweet. You also eat the sweet. We forget that because it is not one day thing. It's not a sprint. It is a marathon you have to run. Think of that. My presentation is going to talk about how we can actually leverage it. That is my topic of discussion. And this is meant for SMPs, small and medium professionals, not for large firms, not for the big firms. And this is the area we are going to talk about. I hope you understood the genesis of what we are talking about, right? Any questions, friends? Any query? Feel free to interrupt me. We are a small group. We can discuss it. No? All clear? All clear is dangerous, huh? Which all clear? Like, so everything went over. Okay. No, I'm just joking. I'm just pulling your leg. Okay. Where is my presentation? Here is my presentation. Okay. So let's start with. We'll talk about the agenda is like this. We'll talk about first the meaning of cybersecurity, how you can actually take it. Because cybersecurity is a little different than IS audit. IS audit and cybersecurity. See, you know the difference between management and auditors, right? Management implement, auditors review. Cybersecurity, when I'm talking about, there are two things. There are different line of defenses which are and from that perspective, someone is required to put the line of defense also and take it. So we'll talk about meaning, three line of defense for cybersecurity professionals. Why cybersecurity is important? How can chartered accounting contribute to this? And what are the career paths which you can actually analyze on that one? Okay. So meaning is very simple, protection of internet connected system. Today, every system is connected to it. Okay. If today someone hacks your Aadhaar or your bank account, have you seen all the everyday, this person's 5 lakh went, this person 2 lakh went? After so much of awareness also, is it happening or not? Now the question arises, why is it happening? Because the systems are not protected. Today, would you leave a car with the key inside? No one. But have you noticed? Okay, let me ask you one question. Be honest, huh? How many of your bonded labels have your password? Your articles, your bonded labels, huh? Huh? You know, we call them bonded labels, right? No? Because they sign a bond. have you seen institute gives us a bond? And we also get our bonded labels one day. Yes or no? Don't take offense of it. Bonded labels. See, we sign a bond, so bonded label. So you have bonded labels. How many of your bonded labels? Be honest, huh? Honestly. How many of your bonded label knows your password? Email password and digital signature password. Be honest. Raise your hand, please. Will not tell anyone else. One, two, three, Nala, two, eight, two. Madam, what is your password? So the point is, you don't think I trust my people, they will not do it. Everyone thinks. We think password is pass the word. Okay? But how many of you know there's two cases which happen? Let's take one which is from Telangana, Hyderabad, Andhra region. Are you aware of this case of there was an RTA clerk who actually hacked into Anil Ambani's account? And you know who got arrested? Not the article. The girl didn't get arrested. Who got arrested? The partner. Why is that so? Any idea? No idea? No. More than office, man. There is a principal and agent relationship. Read the bonded label bond paper properly. It says principal and agent relationship. That lady is an agent. What she did it? Who's responsible? So anything happen here, boss, you are sitting here. What the boys are doing in your office? If they do something, you don't go to jail. They don't go, you will go to jail. And free-boarding the logic is not good enough. I'm telling you. Second thing, how many of you know this case in Bangalore where two article clerks were arrested for using the digital signature of the partner to sign 44 ABR? Have you heard about that? No? News.google.com. Check it out. 3 articles. The institute actually debarred them from the CA course and they were arrested. These people signed 264480 reports. See, trust is good, but we are charity. If it happened, like when I see all these things, no, there's a password issue happening, this is happening. How is this happening? Because people think, oh, it will not happen to me. First thing you should do after going back is audit your own. Check first. Some of you have done your themselves. Auditing. So the idea is the protection of this one. Why we need to have a protection of this? If you don't protect it, tell you one. September is coming. When is the last final day this is? 20th September. All. Imagine a situation. 90% of the CAs will file this returns, all of the things last 5 days. Agree, disagree? Yes. 26th September, you come to your office and you find a situation that all your laptops and desktops are under a ransomware attack. Have you heard about ransomware attack? Ransomware, it has happened so many cases in Hyderabad. I know personally because one of my friends got affected. So one machine get affected, the whole network get affected. So 26th morning you come to office, you find all your computers are encrypted and they are saying, please pay $10,000 or your data is lost. Now that time you can't do anything. You have to do it. Ransomware attacks are a kind of thing. Point is, ultimately, the work you have done on all the accounts, that is also a data asset. Is an asset, it's going to give you a value out there. If you actually miss out on that, there is going to be a big challenge. That is something which you need to understand. So we need to protect it up and take that. Why it's important? Okay. How many of you give me a writing of bond paper, not bond paper, with power of attorney that you can live without your mobile phone and laptop for 1 year? Anyone? It's very tough. We are surrounded by devices. Today, you can't survive because OTPs come, this come, everything. You have to have these things out. Now, it has become a kind of a necessary evil. Even if you don't want to have it, you do that. And there's lot of data which is there. We have cases where machines are hacked, pictures of people have been taken, all that kind of bad things have happened. So in the given situation, it becomes very important for us to understand this in detail in terms of how enterprise can rely on this. And with more and more technology coming, you will have to understand one thing for sure, that at every layer, there is an opportunity which is there. See, you need to see every situation in two ways. If there is a cybersecurity issue, don't you think we can make a money out of this one? We can make a big money out of that because cybersecurity is same for multi-million dollar companies and it is the same for a SME also. You have so many SMEs out here. Today, have you seen they will take money on Paytm? They will do online banking. They will do all this kind of thing. And there are so many cases happening. Now, it basically means what are the areas which we can practice? Application security. Now, application security is, yes, we have Tally. Let me ask you one thing in Tally. Did you guys went for any formal classes for Tally? No, we learned from our seniors. They told us this is the way. Any one of you have read the Tally manual? There's a PDF of 1100 pages. No. Okay. Now, do you know there is something called as memorandum voucher in Tally? Sir knows. Two people have seen. Have you used it? Why did it? Any idea? No idea. Sir, why memorandum voucher is there? It is there. I agree. Why did it? It is not required to the effect to the financial statement. That is true. But why are they putting it? Yeah, I agree with you. What your sir is saying is perfectly right. Our chairman has said, if I pass a memorandum of voucher entry, it will not impact the P&L account and balance. That's a treatment. Yeah. Automatically what is the effect to the finance? Sir, how many of you know, how many of you done bank branch audit here? All of you have done it? In core banking system or anyone has worked in SAP and Oracle or other things? If you work on any of the systems, you will find every entry will be ready for posted and then posted. You know the concept of ready for posting and posted? First it will be ready for posting. Someone will enter everything and keep it ready. Then other person will see that, make a checkup, and he will approve it, only then it will get posted. Now, memorandum voucher, it is actually meant for that. We don't know how to use it, we are not using it. See, today, do you agree there was first one generation of entrepreneurs who were there, who were traders are there, good traders, yes. I'm sure it is like this is the financial capital of Andhra, Vijayawada. You have a lot of traders and people. The first generation gentleman now would become a Tata. He's already old, 60, 63-year old. He has a second generation of kids who have come, right? Now, second generation, they would have got best of education in India or abroad. Agree to that? They want to adapt technology. And when they adapt technology on their processes and all things, there are going to be risk. This is called inherent risk. If I actually go to a petrol pump, in a petrol pump, there is an inherent risk of what? Fire. If I use technology, there is an inherent risk of application may have issues. Second, network security. Oh. I'll tell you one software. Wireshark. Wireshark. Please download the software. If you download the software, you will not pay for Wi-Fi all your life. You can actually use your neighbor's Wi-Fi free of cost. Okay. Now it basically means Wi-Fi is so easy to hack into. I remember kids are doing it. Have you noticed one thing? Banks will not have a Wi-Fi. All their computers which they are using it for core banking system would have a wired connection. Why is that so? That is the point which we need to understand. There is an issue. That is the network security. Third, operational security. Okay. Now let me ask you one question. And you have to be honest. Okay. Two questions are. The first question is, I guess your password. And you tell me whether I'm right or wrong. Okay. And I'll give a kind of group. Okay. I think we have like 15, 20 people right now here. Out of this, 40% of people in this room, your password is either your name, your loved one's name, like anyone in your family whom you love the most, your kids, parents, whatever, your favorite god, the other people, your loved one's date of birth, or your date of birth, or a mixture of this. How many of you have that as your password? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm talking it says Kannada and okay. So in this room, 10 people have that as a problem. Even mine also. Why I'm telling you? We will try to remember what we know. Now, did you see this is the operational issue? And I'll give you the second question. So being honest, you have not changed many of the system password for last 3 to 4 years. Are you using the same password which is like 4, 5 years? Yeah. One other. Have you changed it done last 3 years, 4 years? No, it's not changed. See, after I cleared my CA, after 2 years of clearing my CA, one day I think, okay, I had my password of my boss. Let me check what boss is doing. He had a Hotmail account. I logged on. Oh, this business is increasing. Everything I saw. And anyway, people don't change their password very easy. And this is the problem. These are called operational issues. How you are giving access, how you are removing access. What person has left the company? Have you changed the password of those guys? Have you removed the IDs and all? These are operational issues. Third area. Fourth, this is a fundamental of CIA. Have you heard of this term called CIA, friends? Confidentiality, integrity, and now there is a new term added to this. Big business. I will tell you, if you guys really want to make money, give 1 year to this. If you don't make money, come to me at Bangalore. I will talk to you. How have you heard about the new data privacy law which has been passed? Have you heard of this term privacy? No, never. What is privacy? What is privacy? Tell us. Ha- No, no. The privacy is between you and your wife. No, no, no. We're not talking about that. What is the meaning of the term privacy in data? Having the data sector. No, there is a term called PII. See the act, Data Protection Act, which has come. Very powerful, good money for making, like, if you want to mint money in next 1 year, give at least 3 months to this course, this act. Have you heard about a body called NASSCOM, NASS, NASSCOM? There is a body under that called DSCI. Free membership they are giving, take the membership. Either you do the data privacy course there or any other place. Data privacy is a big. Okay, what is privacy? I should have shown you with a video, but I think audio is not correct. So imagine a situation. We Indians are very talkative people, right? Yes or no? We Indians are talkative people. In fact, I'm not saying this. So Airtel CFO said this. Airtel CFO in one of the the calls with the analyst, he said, Indians are by default talkative people. I have to make them talk on phones. So my revenue increases. This is long back in India. See, from here to Kakinada by train, how much time will it take? 3 hours? Perfect. See, I'm going from here to Kakinada by train. By the time I reach Kakinada, in that 6 seat, all the people, where they are going, where are they from, how many kids they have they got married or not, would we talk all these things or not? Be honest. We Indians are by love. Like I give this example because I've seen it happening. I went from Bangalore to Mysore by train. There was an uncle, he asked all history about me. And in the thing, you know that person, you stay in Janata, oh, there was a guy. Like, uncle, now you, as Indians, we are very, very nice people. If someone asks question, we respond back. Now imagine he was asking me, oh, like you go and meet a person in India, you say, "Hi, how are you?" You say, "Good." How's your wife and kids? They say, "Oh, all good. Family is also good." This is that. In the US, you go and ask them, how are you? They'll say, "Good." How's your wife and kids? Why you want to know? That's a different society. Ours is a different society. We are very talkative. But imagine a situation. If I know your name, mother's maiden name, your address, and your date of birth, can I do bad things about you? This data call is called PII, personally identifiable information. Every company is collecting this information. Now, Modi government has said, if you are collecting this information, no problem. But you have to protect this PI information. Special care has to be taken about this information. If you are not able to protect it, penalty. In India, the penalty is very less. You know how much is that? Under this one? Only 1 crore. It is very less, I'll tell you. You know, there is similar act in Europe, GDPR, General Data Protection Law, regulation, GDPR. Under that, they can take the penalties up to 2% of your global turnover. You can go and check it out. PwC has already paid 60 million. British Airways has paid under that 50 million. All these companies are paying money. So either they will pay consultant or they'll pay that. So it's a good business. See, when client is scared, it is good area to make money. So that is about information security. So in the CIA, please add the last part which is there is P. What is that P stand for? Privacy. End user education. This is also good. I'm actually going to Dubai for one of the groups. They want me to train their people on information security. That's a good thing. And there is also one last area, disaster recovery and business continuity. Why should chart? Any idea? Huh? Client business we have, that's good. But why should we even bother about it? Let the client only bother, but chartered accounting are bothered about this one. And the people who work in this area, disaster recovery and data protection, every day morning they will do a udbatti in front of Osama bin Laden's photo. Because you remember 9/11 happened? In 9/11, two planes went and hit that World Trade Center. A lot of companies had headquarters there. Okay? All of you are practicing chartered accountant. Do you take backup? I do. How frequently? In hardest you take it. Hardest and cloud. Cloud, of course. How many other? So there are what is backup? Most of the people earlier used to take backup and keep the backup where? Officer. Officer. And that is exactly what happened in this. This is, I'm talking about the year 2000. When 9/11 happened, there were a lot of listed companies. Listen to the word very carefully. Listed company has their data and everything in the office. Office crashed. They went to, just like we have said it, they had SEC. They went to SEC and said, we have lost all our data, all our opportunity. Please give us some, way, one-time effort to type up our name from the, for one-time thing in this 2000, SEC removed 11 companies because going concern was not. You know the concept, we call it going concern. This is an area of certification. Big area of practice. Making one VCP document, it's like you can charge them 8 to 10 lakh rupees, and the whole process will take 2 to 3 months. It's not easy. Okay, just go and search VCP documents on the web. A lot of complete data is there. To read it up, they say if fire happened, do this. If this happened, do this. If this happened, do that. Everything. Like some of you were in corporates at any point of time. Have you seen this? They will have this mock drill. They'll make you. I used to be in Goldman Sachs. I was in Japan, and I was in a like our office was in a building called Roppongi Hills. It is like we were on 43rd floor. In mock drill, they used to make us walk from 43rd floor to ground. After that, we said we'll not go back because your legs will be training 43 floor to climb down. You are gone that day. Okay, but mock drill used to happen because they want to test up, and you don't want the 9/11 kind of case happen again out there. So these are the things which are there. Now, friends, here I want to talk about one more thing, which is very, very important. Okay. What happened? It's not coming. How can we contribute? This is an important question. You saw the area which is there. How can chartered accountant contribute? You can survive for 10, 15 minutes more. Yeah. Paka, till 5:30. You're not cursing me from the inner voice like, okay, this. No, because sometimes when I used to also sit that side. Sometimes when some faculty would like to teach you more, this was so you curse them from your so please don't curse me. I will serve 15 minutes, you please survive. No? 15 minutes, I'll finish it. Okay. How can we do? Now, see, you need to understand one thing. As chartered accountant, I am telling you, whether you agree or not, you are underselling yourself. You have done one of the toughest course. Agree? Yes. We and when sir and everyone was doing it, and there was a subject called SADP, sir. SADP. I also did SADP. Do you know we used to write programming of COBOL in the examination paper? Our institute has that kind of thought process. So don't underestimate yourself. This is just one another audit. But you have to give it time. It is not going to come like platter like 44 every audit. It is going to be a consulting assignment. Each one of us, if we go back to jobs, don't you think easily we can earn 1.5, 2 lakhs rupees per month? We can easily do it. Why we are there? We want to independently do something. I think Umesh sir has already given you a lot of gear on that. I'll not go into that. But the point is that we can do this. But it will not happen like, I have a degree because of which. No. Even in the report, World Economic Forum report, they say skill is important, not a degree. You should put yourself some time on them. So we have data, and with the kind of areas you are seeing also one more thing in many of the companies. You know what is happening, friends? The role of CIO is given to CFOs. You can go and check it out. ET 500, Economics Times 500, top 500 companies, 42 companies has CIO role being played by CFO, which means finance guys are playing. So the same way in the cybersecurity strategy and all things, because we know the business processes, we can add our value in terms of dealing with the deployment. Also, don't you think we have been told about risk management every day? Risk, risk, risk. Even Ram Gopal Raman made a movie called Risk. Have you known? But not watch it. RGB has a one flop movie called Risk. Check it out. It's about Daud Ibrahim he made it. It was a flop movie, but it was a good movie. Okay. So risk is there in our mind also for it. Here, you are actually moving on to the cybersecurity risk and chartered content with our organization understanding. We can actually amplify the whole concept of risk much better than anyone else and take that forward. These are the career paths which are there, which you can take. Each one is one big area and it's a money minting area. You can make a lot of money, but you have to give it your best shot. I'll give you one person's name and you can go and check him out. Okay. Darshan Shantamurthy, chartered accountant. Okay. Google him. Okay. Second generation chartered accountant. His father was CA. They had a firm in Bangalore called Shantamurthy and Co. Small firm. Darshan came out. He did CISA with us when he did CISA. And he said, no, I don't want to do the regular. He went first to US. He learned something there, came back, it was unsuccessful. Then he tried many more things. He was very active in all the sessions and all things. He used to do all of the things. 3, 4 years, nothing happened. By fourth year, he realized he had a knack for one kind of audit called PCI DSS audit. Have you heard about PCI DSS audit? It is called Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard. It is a special audit for any person who is using credit card. Like, have you seen that they will say, oh, we are using payment gateway. All this payment gateway, their money is going out there. Don't you think you want extra security? Every PCI audit, DSS audit, you know how much? Average fees would be 20 to 25 lakhs. And people who do this audit, they also take indemnity insurance because if after your audit, after your report, something goes wrong, you are responsible. But 22 lakhs is not a small fee, sir, for one thing. He started doing it. He started in his one bedroom house. This company called SISA. You can go to SISA, SISA, Darshan Shantamurthy. Today, it is a 300 people company and they are one of the biggest. Only they do one kind of audit, which is that PCI DSS. All over Asia Pacific and Europe. They have become a 300 plus people only doing one kind of thing. Each of this area, please understand. Don't try to be the breadth. Don't try to be generic first. 1, 2 years, try everything. You will know I am good at DCT, I am good at this, or I am good at that. You will understand that. But specialize. Specialization is there. Like for example, I specialize in SAP audits. You give me SAP, I can do a very good audit. I can do other things, but I'm not good at it. SAP audit, I'm very good at it. So that's the thing. So there are first thing is data governance because of privacy and all things, big areas. Social media risk assessment. How many of you like to be always on Facebook and Instagram and all things? No one of it. You get paid for that. So you have to do social media risk, like what the people are talking about this company, fake company pages. Have you seen these notices keep coming? There are people offering job on our name. Please don't fall for it. That is the thing. Cybersecurity consultant, when you give consulting services. Cybersecurity trainer. Now there is also one more thing, digital policy. Have you seen how many of you have experienced any income tax rate of your client? No one? Your clients are not rich, make them rich. So if you see an income tax rate happening, have you noticed they will take the hard disk and mobile phone and all things, and they will do what we call as digital forensic or cybersecurity forensic. They'll check everything, who has done what and all. There is certification for that also. That is also a great area. But it's, I'm again telling you, each area, it is like you should explore it. Some you will like, some you may not. Don't try to say, oh, first we only immediately like, see, it is not like a certification came and you can do it. It's like you have to try multiple things. I would suggest if you want, go for an internship with someone For 6 months, say, oh, don't pay me money, no problem. But let learn it. Experience it. It is very important. Last, there are some certification on ISOs and all the things which you can take it up. So these are data governance. I already talked about cybersecurity. I talked about this one also. I talked about, yeah. This is the things of cybersecurity trainers. These are some of the certifications are there. But I'll tell you one more thing. Don't worry too much about certification. They are good to have, but not essential. If you try to fall for it, you will be doing a mistake. Why? I'll tell you. Oh, I have done my CISA. So what? You just pass the examination. Do you have a practical knowledge on that? I did my, do you know one very interesting thing? So I told you one of the conference, I was an article, first year article. Do you remember earlier if you go for student conference, you can go and train for 50% discount. Not aware of that. Well, I only do all the things, okay. So I passed my foundation and I got into an articleship in a firm in Bangalore, media firm. So I came to know that in Chennai there was a conference, student conference happening, and if you go as a student, you have to pay 50% of the fare. I had never been to Chennai, so I wanted to explore Chennai, and it was a big mistake because it was very warm and hot and all things. It was better to be in Bangalore. But anyway, I went. But when I went there, someone of the person was presenting a paper on information system audit. Remember which time I'm talking about? Year 2000. In year 2000, if someone is presenting, which is around 23 years back, it was a new thing for me. I asked him, he said, do one thing. If you become a member of ISACA now, you will be a student member. You will only pay $25. If you become after becoming CA, you have to pay $125. So I have to save money. I became a student member and I gave the examination. I became a CISA before my CA. Are you getting my point? Because it was only $25. There is nothing. That time our institute has to also to give a certificate to give the student blah blah blah. All that. I knew nothing about it. Practical knowledge is very important. I got that practical knowledge later in my job and other things, which actually helped me to. So these are the certification which are there. But I will tell you, I'll share this presentation also. Don't go too much on the certification. Focus on the skill. And today, the skill you can also get up on YouTube. And I would suggest you one, my favorite website is there, Swipe. How many of you have gone to Swipe? If you want to become like Eklavya, the best place is to go is Swipe. Government of India website. I teach at IIM Bangalore. There are professors from IIM Bangalore who do free courses on Swipe. And you don't pay, you pay zero money for this. It is the government of India, thanks to Modi government. We got free IIM Bangalore and IIT Kharagpur, IIT Kanpur professors who are taking sessions on blockchain, information security, cyber security, so much of knowledge. Only thing which is requested from you is give that. They are not asking for your money. They are asking for your time. You have to give some time to it. I am right now doing a data analysis course from IIM Bangalore, which is on Swell. And I get a certificate also from IIM Bangalore. Imagine, and the certificate is free of cost. I'm not paying any money for it. The only thing is a great thing. And same professor, I know him. Professor Yu Dinesh is the guy who's teaching it. I know he's the guy who's one of the best professors with them. What else you require in life? Got my point? So it's not the money, it's the time. So friends, just to summarize what we discussed, it's a great area which is there is a saying by in all the operations, one door closes, two door opens. Our traditional IT income tax is going for a toss. It's high time you guys are sitting in this room. Good. Try to diversify. You give consulting to other people risk management. Do your risk management. Diversity. This is the right time. Take a thing. Yes, and it is not going to be easy. Change. Tell me one thing. Does anyone like change? We all want to continue what is happening. Anyone wants to write C examination again? No, right? No one wants to. But see, it's also very important to reinvent ourselves. I'm again telling you, give it some time. Don't try to hurry by it. It will. I'm again telling you, your plan will be at least 24 months plan. If you start today, saying, oh, great. I'm again telling you, you have to have patience for that. It didn't happen overnight for me. It will not happen overnight for me. But once it happened, you would be actually the return which is going to come on your investment, time and effort is going to be amazing. I hope I'm clear, guys. So thank you very much for the patience hearing. I'm right dot on time, 30. I'm feeling bad for you guys. So thanks a lot for hearing me out and also any questions, feel free. Any questions, feel free. Any doubts, even you think, oh, this